What's going on, guys? San Antonio Spurs are 4-1 after beating a shorthanded Golden State team. DeMar DeRozan, 11 assists. LaMarcus Aldridge, bounce back game after a lackluster performance against the Clippers. Patty Mills, 31 points. DeMarre Carroll made his debut. Lonnie Walker didn't play much. Spurs defense did a very good job on D'Angelo Russell, even though he scored 30 points. Let's go to the tape.
DeMar DeRozan only shot the ball 7 times in this game, and on his jump shot on the second night of a back-to-back, he was short more often than not. It makes sense. Tired legs means a little less lift on that jump shot, means front iron on a couple of these shots. With DeJounte out, DeMar carried a little bit more ball handling responsibility like he did last year, and he was more effective in this game, as he is in a lot of games, when he gets going closer to the basket. Here on a pick and roll, drive, hesitation, spin move, pump fake, up and under, foul, and one. That's tough. Here, driving, pump fake, wanted a foul, got the bucket. This one drives all the way to the bucket, up, under, reverse. That's pretty. DeMar had 11 assists in this game. He did a fantastic job of drawing attention, going to the basket, getting teammates open, and finding them. Here, little two-man game with Bryn Forbes. The Warriors don't seem to know that you can't leave him open, but DeMar does. He found him a couple of times in this game. This one, nice little swing pass, easy pass, and Forbes is wide open. By far the biggest beneficiary of DeRozan's passing prowess in this game was LaMarcus Aldridge, who was coming off a rough game against the Clippers, needed a bounce back tonight, and DeMar really helped him get going. This type of off-ball play was almost non-existent against Los Angeles, and in this game, it's where LaMarcus Aldridge got the majority of his points. Just good instincts, getting to the basket. Here, the pick and pop was really working for them, and not all mid-range jump shots are created equal. An open catch-and-shoot look for LaMarcus Aldridge is going to go down more often than not, and he was really knocking him down in this one. When DeMar and LaMarcus are running the pick and pop like this, it forces defenses to make some difficult decisions, and leaving LaMarcus Aldridge open is a lot of times the best option they have. Jumpers from the top of the key aren't the sexiest thing in the world, but he knocks them down. He also attempted 3 three-point shots in this game, and these are great looks for him. He's going to knock some of these down too. That one rims out, this one out of the post up, passes out, fades to the corner, gets it back, no hesitation, beautiful look. This is what can't happen. Here he catches the ball late in the shot clock. He's open, but he dribbles. He looked confused. Then he saw the shot clock. Can't have that. Nobody's going to be mad if he's taking those shots without hesitating. An open catch-and-shoot look from the corner is way more efficient than a post-up like this, and the numbers for Aldridge on his post-ups haven't been that great. He also got work done on the offensive glass. Couple of times, Trey Lyles also missed 3 three-pointers in this game, but LaMarcus Aldridge was there to clean it up. The Spurs had 23 second-chance points in this game, and LaMarcus Aldridge had 5 offensive rebounds to contribute to that. He looked pretty flat in that part of the game against the Clippers, so it was good to see him really lock in and focus, chase those boards, and hustle. He also got this block early in the game to let you know that he was pretty locked in, and he protected the rim pretty well for the rest of the game too. The biggest story of this game for the Spurs was Patty Mills brought his flamethrower. 31 points. He was 6 of 9 from 3. Absolutely unconscious in this game. He's going to have nights like this from time to time and remind people why he's in this Spurs offense. He actually passed Bryn Forbes in this game for most three-pointers made by a Spur this season. He wasn't just chucking threes though, here and one at the basket. This play comes around a screen, dribble handoff, little bumpy, pick and roll, pass fake, wide open shot. And once Patty gets hot, you can't give him these pick and rolls at the top of the arc. That's too much space that Draymond Green is giving, and that's a tough three. Here he's playing some very feisty defense on D'Angelo Russell, who looked a little tired there. Then he beats D'Angelo Russell down the court to the corner, rips it, no hesitation, you know that's in. Say what you will about Patty, his defense, the guy is always working 100% of the time, both ends of the court. And on nights like this where he just can't miss, he's an incredibly effective part of this Spurs rotation. You'll notice he's getting most of this done without dribbling at all. Catch, shoot, catch, shoot. That is when Patty Mills is at his best. Here, like the hustle from DeMarre Carroll. We'll talk about him a little bit more in a sec. But Patty Mills put together one of the best games of his career, at least in the NBA. His last score to get him to 31 is classic Patty right after he made a three. Comes around that screen, steals the ball, rah rah rah, all the way to the basket, and one. You really gotta love the energy he brings. Rudy Gay also had a fantastic game off the bench for the Spurs. Sure, he's a little older, post-Achilles tear, but he's going to make it difficult for defenses to stop him, especially when he's driving to the basket with bad intentions. Here, drive, through contact, definitely a foul, not called. But that's okay. This play starts with a rare steal from Marco Bellinelli. I see you, buddy. And then Rudy, not so rare, coming down the court, bam, truck stick. He wanted an N1 on that. Here's more classic Rudy, triple threat, pump fake, drive, euro, through contact. That is so tough. Here again, pick and roll, driving to the lane, contact, soft layup off the glass, rolls around and in. But can he hit threes? That's the biggest thing the first couple of games is he was missing threes. Shots just like that, open catch and shoot looks. But he knocked that one down. What about off the dribble, off a screen? Yep, he's got that one too. With Steph Curry out for the foreseeable future, D'Angelo Russell is going to be running the Warriors' offense a lot. Spurs knew that, and they knew he'd be running a ton of pick and rolls, and they defended him pretty much the way they've been defending everybody in the pick and roll this year. Send a guard over, drop a big man, force him into floaters, mid-range jump shots if possible. And they did a really, really good job of executing that game plan against D'Angelo Russell in this game. Sure, he had 30 points, but he only shot 9 of 24, and they made it difficult for him all night. He got that shot to go, but it's really, really tough. Sure, these floaters are quasi layup attempts, but you'll notice that none of them he got all the way to the basket. They did a really good job of forcing him to take these mid-range looks, inviting him to take these mid-range looks. And he hit a couple because he's a good scorer. But as far as defensive efficiency goes, you can't do much better than forcing a guy to take a mid-range look, especially if you can contest it well. Derek White, in particular, did a great job of forcing him to take these inefficient looks, and Patty Mills did a pretty good job himself. There were 1 or 2 plays where he got beat really badly, but that's going to happen. The one thing you have to worry about when you send a guard over and drop the big man is the roll man. Especially in the pick and roll, he has a chance to burn you at the rim, and D'Angelo Russell is a good passer. He had 8 assists in this game. A lot of them were actually to shooters out of the pick and roll on the wing, but he also did a great job of finding the roll man when he was there. Guarding the pick and roll is an exercise in picking your poison, and this is what the Spurs have been allowing for the first couple of games. We'll see if they switch it up soon. One area where they struggled a little bit was letting D'Angelo Russell get open three-point shots out of the pick and rolls. That one was set exceptionally high, and it was a double screen. This one looks really, really bad for Patty Mills, and sure, it kind of was, but it's not as bad as it looks. Patty is trying to ice this pick and roll. You'll see it again here. He wants to fight over that screen to force D'Angelo Russell to the sideline. The problem is D'Lo knows that's how Patty likes to guard the pick and roll, so he hits him with a move perfectly timed to get that shot off. On this one, Patty sees how high the screen is, so instead of fighting over, he goes under, still gets a good contest. This play at the end of the first quarter, another high screen, Russ shot a little bit, and D'Angelo Russell's not Steph. They're going to live with that shot from him. This is a really nuanced play from D'Lo. Pushes Derek White out of the way, creates a little bit of space. Derek has to come recover, can't fight over, and then when he does, D'Angelo Russell has pump faked, gotten to the line, taken a great shot. Here's some more great fight from Patty Mills. He might have gotten a piece of this one, actually. In any case, all of this dribbling and shooting got D'Angelo Russell a little tired, so he wound up taking some standstill three-point looks, and they didn't end up going too well for him. The Spurs have really gotten into the habit of playing this kind of defense against the other team's best player, and even if they put up 30, 38 points, whatever it is, it's low efficiency and it gives the Spurs a chance to win these games. DeMarre Carroll finally got his first minutes of the season, and one of his first plays was this excellent timing block. Stayed down until right at the last moment, and then got the rebound. He had his fair share of fouls in this game. Some of them were pretty soft, some of them you could understand. But at the end of the day, he's a guy who is going to come in, play hard-nosed defense, set screens, get other guys open, and he said at the beginning of the year he wants to be the perfect role player for the Spurs. And in his 16 minutes in this game, you could see him playing his role. Here, forcing a travel on the drive. Here he understands the clock, the game situation, stays in front, gets a good contest, forces a miss. This one he gets crossed up a little bit, winds up fouling. He was okay. One cool thing is that he can switch a lot of these pick and rolls. And with him and Rudy Gay in the game together, that's something that we might see a bit more of. Definitely needs to tidy up his fouling a little bit, though. Here, his first three-point attempt did not look good. What was going on with his feet there? This, I did not like. What? Why are you bringing it back like that? No. He's a good shooter, but I don't know what that was. The biggest thing about Carroll's game is that he's an excellent complementary player. We might never see Pop run a play for him at all, but he's going to catch and make quick, good decisions in the flow of the offense. Here's his first bucket as a member of the Spurs. It was his only bucket in the game. He did have 3 assists, though, and when you're playing next to shooters like Patty Mills and Marco Bellinelli, if you can just find those guys open, that's a pretty easy assist. I don't get the people that were saying maybe he doesn't know the sets. He played in Atlanta for Budenholzer. He played in Brooklyn. He knows the sets. When Pop said that Lonnie Walker played non-competitively in the Clippers game, a lot of people said, oh, it's just to light a fire under his butt for this next game against the Warriors. He's going to give him big minutes. Lonnie didn't play until garbage time in this game. He looked a little bit bummed about it. I've seen that look on his face before. It's when he was on the bench in Austin on a minutes restriction. He came into the game and was in attack mode for the very small amount of time he was out there. But it was definitely a bit puzzling why he didn't get more playing time, especially shorter guard with DeJounte Murray out.
So yeah, all around, Spurs took care of business in this one. LaMarcus Aldridge showed the fight that we need to see from him on a nightly basis. DeMar DeRozan, excellent playmaking. Patty Mills, one of the best scorers in the world when he wants to be and when he's in his zone. He looked like Team Australia Patty in this game. And DeMarre Carroll got his first minutes in silver and black and looked pretty good. He'll look a little bit better when he's getting his jump shot to fall, but he's shown the ability to do that over the course of his career. Trey Lyles had like 14 rebounds. He's another guy who is going to be really, really good when he starts shooting and hitting a little bit. But the biggest question about the Spurs team right now is when will Lonnie Walker play more, and why hasn't he been playing? How funny would it be if tonight against the Lakers, Pop was like, "Hey Lonnie, why don't you go guard LeBron over there?" Honestly, wouldn't put it past him. That would be a real challenge for him, I would say. But one that I would love to watch, and we'll watch that game together. I'll break it down after. If you haven't subscribed already, please do that somewhere over here. When I hit 1,000 subscribers on here, I'm going to take one of you to a Spurs game. So only way to get entered in that is to subscribe and let me know what you think of this video. Like this video, comment. I'm always reading what you guys are writing back to me, and I appreciate your feedback. As always, go Spurs go.